Hi, herzlich willkommen zu myClubs Live, die zweite am Freitag heute. Das machen wir ja die ganze Woche schon. Immer 18 Uhr ein Workout und 19 oder 19:30 Uhr, je nachdem wie lang das erste Workout ist. Und jetzt gibt's Yoga mit Jasmin. Hallo.
Richtig, hallo.
Von das Prema bist du hergekommen und gibst uns gleich eine Yoga-Klasse. Aber vorher muss ich noch ein paar Sachen erzählen. Nämlich, dass wir montags bis freitags immer um 18 Uhr senden und morgen am Samstag und am Sonntag jeweils um 10 Uhr Workouts für euch vorbereitet haben, weil es ist ja Wochenende, da kann man auch mal einen schönen Start in den Tag machen. Morgen gibt es Pilates und Stretch mit Julia von der Body Lounge und das wie gesagt, um 10 Uhr. Und wenn ihr mehr Sport oder andere Sportarten wollt, dann schaltet euch doch gerne rein. myclubs.de oder aber beziehungsweise myclubs.at.de.com. .com, so heißt es. Das ist live. Und die myClubs App, die steht da natürlich auch bereit. Also ihr könnt ganz normal eure Klassen buchen, wie ihr es gerne möchtet. So, und jetzt kommen wir zu dir. Schön, dass du da bist. Wie geht's dir denn?
Vielen Dank, mir geht's sehr gut. Ich freue mich schon auf die Session heute.
Ja, großartig. Ich auch. Du machst einen Vinyasa Flow, richtig?
Richtig, genau.
Erzähl, was erwartet
Sehr
uns da?
dynamisch. Also heute möchte ich einfach eine Stunde machen, wo es sehr dynamisch ist, wo wir sehr gestärkt aus dieser Stunde gehen wollen. Ich glaube, wir haben alle genug Herausforderungen heute so aktuell. Und ich möchte einfach, dass wir eine Stunde haben, wo wir sehr aktiv sind, wo wir uns kräftigen, aber auch gleichzeitig dann halt eben auch die Gelegenheit haben, um runterzukommen und auch loszulassen.
Gerade eben schon gesagt, auf der App oder online gibt es die myClubs Kurse auch von vielen Partnern schon online. Von euch auch schon?
Genau, von Prema. Also das Prema beginnt ab nächster Woche auch online zu gehen und auch Online-Stunden anzubieten.
Super gut. Also dann, wenn es euch heute gefällt, dann schaut ihr dann in der App vorbei oder aber online, wie ihr es gerne möchtet. Und wir lassen uns gar nicht weiter aufhalten. Wir machen jetzt einfach los, oder?
Richtig, genau. Wir starten jetzt durch.
Ich räume auf, du baust auf und
Super.
dann geht's los.
Machen wir das. Genau. Gut. Hello, good evening to everybody outside here. I'm very much happy to be here for this yoga flow session. And my name is Jasmin, and I will give you a session which is very dynamic today, but nevertheless will keep you down and slow you down. And I hope you really enjoy. So let's start all in the Shavasana position. So I would like you now, please, to lie down on your mat in our regular Shavasana positioning, and just really to relax. So, put your feet down, put your hands down, and close your eyes. And first, I would like you really to focus on your breath, so that you can even put your hands on your belly, and just to inhale and exhale through your belly, and just feeling your breath with the inhale, and feeling when your breath goes out with the exhale. And you can also make a sound when you exhale, just really to concentrate on your breath and also to let go everything what is in your mind currently with all the things going around us. You can also open your mouth and just, let it go. And just really trying to come to the moment that you are feeling yourself on the floor, feeling your breath, and just concentrate and just be. Don't think about anything else what is currently around you. Just be at the moment. And as a next step, I would like you actually to think about the moment where you were really super happy. So a happy moment in your life can be 1 day ago, can be 1 hour ago, 1 minute, but I really want you to concentrate on this happy moment in your life. And I want you to think about, how did you feel in this moment? Who was with you exactly at this moment? And what happened? And really try to concentrate really about your feeling. So how did it felt in your body, in your mind, and trying to really get into this feeling again. And don't forget to breathe. Do you have the moment? With the next inhale, I want you to really deepen your breath and to really start, opening your eyes again, and also to start moving your hands and feet again a little bit, yeah? That you really come back to the room, opening your eyes, realizing your light, what the light you have in your room, and so on. And now I would like you actually to get up and to come to a tabletop position, because now we will start, let's say, the more active part. And before we do that, I also want to highlight this happy moment actually, what you just felt. I just want to remind you that whenever you want, you can always come back to this happy moment. So whenever you have some challenging time nowadays, you can always close your eyes and get back to this happy moment, which I think is very important. And now I just remind myself that I need to go into the other camera, because otherwise you will not see anything. So yes, right. So now we start in a tabletop position. Yeah, very important. Wrist in the same line as your shoulders, and your hips in the same line as your knees. And now we make, as a starting point, the cat and cow. So, we inhale, make the cow, we exhale, make the cat. And we do this in our own breath rhythm. Exhale, cat, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, inhale, cow. Exhale, cat, inhale, cow. This is a very good exercise actually if you also have stress. Then it's very good to get you down and to also mobilize or start mobilizing your body. We do 3 more breaths. And really trying to, use the full movement and your full body. Good. And as a next, what we do is actually that we really strengthen our core a little bit more. So meaning that we now put our balance on the left hand and on the right feet, and then we extend the right hand and the right feet. So we do it like this. Very important is actually that you really have the right balance, yeah? And that you really put your feet straight, your hand straight. And please try, not just to pull out, but really pull in. Yeah, pull in your hands, pull in your feet, and really to activate your core muscles. That is very important. And now we do it a little bit more as a flow. So we exhale, we put ourselves together. We inhale, we extend. We exhale, we put together. We inhale, we extend. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And we do this now dynamic. We do it 3 more breaths. We can also do it a little bit quicker. And now we change the side. So we do the same on the other side. So with the left hand and with the right leg, we just extend it, but put it back in, and then we just stay here. We put it all both sides up, and we just hold. And just really try to, also put your hips on the same line, not drop your hips, really put them on the same line, extend your feet, extend your hands. And just hold it. And don't forget to breathe, actually, that is very important. Always breathe and also keep a smile. Now we make the dynamic movement again. So we exhale, we put together, we inhale, we put it up. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. And we can also do it a little bit quicker. But really keeping your balance. And we do 5 more breaths. Okay, and now we really work on our shoulders. So meaning, what we do now is we extend our right hand up, we inhale, and we exhale, we put it down. We inhale, we exhale. We inhale, extend the hand towards the ceiling, and we exhale, we put it down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We do this 3 more times. And this is really good actually to work on your shoulders, that you open up your shoulders for the next positions. And now we do it on the other side the same. So we just, inhale, put the hands up, we exhale, we put it down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And now we're doing our own rhythm, actually, in our own breath rhythm. One more time. All right. And now what we do next is actually we put ourselves back on the mat. So we lie down. And if you have, it will help you actually. You can also use one of your blocks. If you have something like this at home, it's very useful. Also, you can buy it easily via Amazon. Or you can also use a book or something like that, yeah? So, but it needs to be a little bit bigger actually, that you can put it between your thighs, so that is important. So what we do now is you just lie on your back, and then you put your block between your thighs, like this, approximately in the middle actually. You put it, you press it, and then what we do now is actually we extend our legs towards the ceiling. And either you can do this fully, fully extending it, and even if you are not, if you're not having problems with your hamstring, you can really fully extend it. And otherwise, you can also just leave it, let's say, on the medium height. And then what we do is actually make some sit-ups. So we put our hands beyond the head, and then we just stay like this, and we do some sit-ups, starting with the upper body. So we inhale, come up, exhale, put it down. Inhale, come up, exhale, put it down. Inhale, come up, exhale, put it down. Yeah, we do this with the own breath rhythm. And now we get down with the head, and we do the same with the buttocks. So, we inhale, put the buttocks up, we exhale, put it down. We inhale, put the buttocks up, we exhale, put it down. Yeah? We also do this a little bit more often. Yeah, just really to strengthen our core. So here the focus is really to strengthen the core, so this is very important to do that. We really want to work on our core in this session. Get ourselves mobilized. And now we do it in changing mode, meaning that first we put our upper body up, and then we put our buttocks up. So first upper body, and then buttocks. First upper body, and then buttocks. First upper body, and then buttocks. So we do these 5 more times, 5 more rounds. So this was 1 round. Second, third, fourth, fifth. Okay, let's do 2 more. All right. How does it feel for you? Let's do 5 more. All right. One more. All right, good. Oops, what do we do next? Actually, what I want you is that we do a little bit more core work than that. So we do the kind of boat position, which is that you just stay like this, yeah? So you put your feet up, you put your upper body up, so you stay like this. Very important is here actually that you really ensure that you're not just collapsing in your back, but you really stay straight. So this is very important, yeah? You stay like this. And then you make kind of a boat, I always say, yeah? So you just stay like this. So, and in this way, you really work on your core, you work on your back, and you know, you can also do it in a very dynamic approach, that you do it like this, and you come, you know, you come always back to the core, and then you always extend. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. And very important is always not collapsing actually in your back, so really trying to stay straight here. That is very important. So we do 5 more rounds. All right. What we do next is we lie down on our back again, fully. And then now we do a little bit more core work, but I would say a little bit softer. So we just, you know, stretch our leg and we just rise our leg up as much as possible, and then we lower it down. But we don't lower it down fully to the floor, but just, you know, to keep the feet a little bit above the floor. And then, you know, we inhale, rise up, we exhale, lower it down. But just keep the leg always a little bit above the floor. Inhale, rise up, exhale, putting it down towards the floor. Inhale, rise up, exhale, putting it down. Inhale, rise up, exhale, putting it down. Inhale, rise up, exhale, putting it down. We do this 5 more times. Inhale, exhale. 4 and 5. All right, we change the side. We do the same with the left feet. So we inhale, putting it up to the ceiling, exhale, putting it down to the floor. Inhale, putting it up to the ceiling, exhale, putting it down to the floor. Do the same work, and really trying to concentrate on your belly, concentrate on your core. Yeah, and really trying to make this movement also slow, and really trying to keep your feet above the floor. So we do it 5 more times. Second time, third time, fourth time, and 5th time. And now we do it with both legs. Yeah, so with both legs we extend, and what you can also do is actually, because you know this is also challenging, so you can also hold your mat at the end, you know, on both sides, and you just, you know, put your feet both down, put them up again, put them down, and put them up again. Yeah, so you exhale, and you inhale, you exhale, and you inhale. Yeah, you do it like this. And what is really important as well is, you know, just trying to keep your tailbone down as much as possible. And this is also challenging, I know it, yeah, but we can both do that. And, you know, you will also sleep very well, I promise you, after this session. And it's really good for the core, yeah? So we're already preparing now for the summer period, let's say. All right, we do it 3 more times. Good. Then we come up and we do a little bit of a flow more. So we do really something very dynamic. So we start with a Surya Namaskara A. So we inhale, Uddita Hasta. We exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up, Adho Uttanasana. And then we exhale, we get fully down on the floor, on the mat. And we inhale, we can make Cobra or also upward facing dog. And then exhale, we just get back to the downward facing dog. Here it's important, it's our first dog, just be careful. You can also walk the dog. Yeah, so you can also stretch both legs a little bit, yeah. You can do that. Just be important is that, you press through your index finger and through your thumb, and that you also don't collapse in the shoulders, but you really, put your shoulders up, and you also put your buttocks up towards the ceiling. So this is very important. We just stay here actually for, in total, 3 breaths. With the next exhale, we extend our right leg, we put it fully in front of the mat. So in the front of the mat, and then we just put our left leg closer to it as well. And then we inhale, we're halfway up, Adho Uttanasana, then we exhale fully Uttanasana, and inhale Uddita Hasta. So we do another round, inhale Uddita Hasta, exhale Uttanasana, inhale Adho Uttanasana, and exhale, we get fully down in Chaturanga, and now Cobra or upward facing dog. Inhale, exhale, getting back to downward facing dog, and then now we put our left leg up, we put the left leg forward, we put the right leg close to it, and then we just inhale halfway up, and then exhale fully down, and then inhale Uddita Hasta. One more time, inhale Uddita Hasta, exhale fully down, inhale halfway up, and then Chaturanga. And then exhale, we go down and back to our downward facing dog, right leg up, right leg to the front. And we also stay here now. We stay here in the high lunge. So here in the high lunge we stay, meaning that we really try to concentrate to have our knee in the same line as our wrists and our feet. And then we just get up actually, so we find our balance, we get up, and then we really try to balance in a way that we don't have our hips on the left or on the right, but we really try to have them centered. And then what we do is a dynamic high lunge. I always say that. So what we do now is, we just, inhale, and we put our hands and legs, let's say, stretch them. So we inhale, we stretch our legs, and then we also extend our hands, and then we exhale, we lower it down. So we inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale, up, exhale, down. Inhale up, exhale down. We do this in our own breath rhythm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And just checking with yourself, how are you doing? Whenever you need a break, there's enough time to take a break, yeah? You can always go into a child pose if you want. There's no one, judging you. There's also no one for whom you're doing this. You're only doing this for you. Very important. So and now what we do next is we make a twist. So we're twisting on the right side, and we're just extending our hands, and we're holding it. So strong arms, strong legs, yeah? So this is very important, strong arms, strong legs. Just stay like this. And now we are also crossing. So, we make the prayer positioning with our hands, and then we're just crossing to the right. And then we also just push ourselves up a little bit into the twist on our high lunge. Really trying to put yourself up, using your hands towards your feet to really push yourself up. All right. Don't forget to breathe. Strong legs. And now we come back, make a Chaturanga on the floor, Cobra, downward facing dog back, and then we just extend our left leg and we get to the front. Then we're in our high lunge again, and we make another dynamic high lunge. So we are just staying straight at the beginning, and then we inhale, we put our hands up. We exhale, we put them down. We inhale, we put our hands up. We exhale, we put them down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. I hope you already can feel a little bit of fire, let's say, inside of yourself, getting a little bit of warmness, yeah, that you feel warm and then already activated. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more times. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good, and now we are stretching as well on the other side. So we are just twisting on the left side actually, keeping your balance, keeping strong hands, keeping strong legs, and keeping a smile as well. And now we are also twisting it even more. So we are putting, again, our hands in the prayer position, and then we just come over again, We come over again, and then, we just really push ourselves up, putting our right elbow towards our knee, and then just putting ourselves up. Then you can always put a focus point. Either it could be on the floor, but it can be also somewhere else. And you just stay here. And don't worry if you lose your balance at one point, because this is quite normal, yeah? But it's always good to focus again, yeah? To focus again and to really try to keep your balance and to concentrate. Two more breaths, we stay here. So, now we go down again to Chaturanga. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, we go back to Downward Facing Dog. We stay here now for 3 breaths. Just really trying to strengthen yourself. Have a short rest actually in between. You can also walk the dog a little bit if you want. Yeah, fully up to you, however you feel comfortable. And don't forget to breathe, very important. Now we get back actually to the front, so we extend our right leg, we go fully forward, we take our left in addition to that, and then we come halfway up, Adho Uttanasana, and then Uttanasana fully down, inhale, fully up, Utthita Hasta. Good, make another round, Utthita Hasta, Uttanasana, Adho Uttanasana, and then we get back to Chaturanga, down to the floor, Cobra, or Upward Facing Dog, and then Downward Facing Dog. Now we put our right leg up again, we put it into front, and this time actually we put the left leg a little bit closer, that we can really stay stable, and we can also stay in a way that we can just stay here and we can stretch both legs without losing our balance. And what we do next is really that, we put our hands in the front, and then in the prayer position, and we go down. So we really want to feel a stretch here on our legs, on the side. We want to really stretch here our muscles. And for this, you need to see how much distance you need. Normally, you need around, let's say, feet lengths, let's say 2 or 3, apart from each other, but it should not be the same, actually, as you use for the high lunge. So the high lunge is bigger, just to say that. Okay. Good, and what you can do as well is, you can either just grab your elbows on the back, really trying not to collapse in your shoulders, but really keep your shoulders, apart from each other. Just keeping your, touching your elbows, But what you can also do is actually you can just have the prayer position on your back as well. So this is really up to you, whatever you prefer. You can also just keep the elbows and hold the elbows. And we stay here and we're working on our stretching. Two more breaths. And now we turn sides, so it's just switch. And this time it's on purpose that I'm switching and you just see my back. So we stay in the same distance actually, so we can just turn around, yeah? And then we stretch again the front leg, we stretch again the back leg, and we just lower down. We lower down as much as possible. We don't want to collapse here in the shoulders. And we really want to stay straight. Maybe you need to go a little bit further or closer, yeah? You should really feel here the stretch, yeah? So this is very important. Okay, just lowering down. And as a next step, we are doing Virabhadrasana 2, so warrior number 2. So we are just now changing the position a little bit, so meaning that it should be heel and also arch alignment in general between your feet. You're normally around, hand leg apart from each other, so meaning with your wrists should be in line with your heels. So this is approximately the length you have normally. And then you really try, to put really your weight into your feet, trying to see that your knees above your ankles, so that is important. And you also normally want a little bit to be, with your heels out. So you have not really like a full parallel feet, but you have it a little bit more on the right side out. And then you stay here in your warrior number 2. You also put up your hands. You're not really like fully in the front with your hips, but your hips show a little bit to the side, yeah? And then we just extend here. And then normally we tend to be a little bit too much on the front, so we just put ourselves back a little bit on the right, yeah? So imagine that somebody pulls your hands from the right side, and you're just a little bit too much on the front, yeah? And then you just stay like this. So warrior number 2. And I think it's a very nice position. It really always normally gets your system up, and it also strengthens you. So it's a very nice position. Also in times of, let's say, challenging environment, it's always a good position to be strong. And you normally look towards your fingers and just enjoying the position. All right, and now we do it a little bit more dynamic. So we inhale, we go to the front. So we extend our left leg forward, then we exhale, we put our hands up, we inhale, and just go to the reverse warrior actually and put our hands up. We still keep our knees bent on the front. We just stay like this. And then we do this again in a more dynamic flow. So we inhale, go forward, exhale, put the hands up, and then we inhale, go back, yeah? And then again, we do this in our own breath rhythm. Inhale, forward, exhale, up, and then inhale, back. And again, always doing the same. In your own rhythm. One more round. And now we are going back, meaning that we're going down. So we are straightening our left leg fully, and then Trikonasana, so we're really going down into a star. I always say it like this. So we go down, we put our hands against the shin, And then we put our right leg, we extend it fully to the ceiling, and we look like, let's say, kind of a star somehow. So Trikonasana, we just stay like this. You can also use a block, actually, if you have that, in order to support you. You could also give it a little bit to your hips, but normally it's the best really to use this pressure against your shins, really to put you up and out. Then just stay here. You also should look, if it's possible for your neck, towards your fingers, towards your thumb. So we come up again into warrior number 2. And then what we do now is we just change the sides. So we're just changing. Yes, we put our right leg in the front, straight actually, and then we just put the other leg parallel, and we go again, and we put, bending our knees, and then we're really trying to be in a straight line here, trying to have an upper body, and then only when we feel very much safe and we feel, stable, then we're really going up with our upper body and we're extending the hands. And then here, normally, as I said, we tend to be a little bit in the front. So what we should do is always we go a little bit back, and then straightening up. Having strong hands, and really trying to put them back into your shoulders and just stay here into warrior number 2. Looking again through your fingers. And now we do again a dynamic flow. So we do it in dynamic that we, again, as we did before actually. So we are inhaling, we're going forward, we are exhaling, we're putting our hands up, and then we inhale, we go back, So we do this again. So we inhale, up, exhale, putting our hands up, inhale, going back, And we do this again in our own rhythm, in our own breath rhythm. We do it 3 more times. Three more times. So now it's 1 more time. All right, and now we go to Trikonasana again. So we're just straightening our right leg fully. And then what we do is we go down again to the star positioning. So we put our right hand toward the shin. We press ourselves against it. And then we just extend the left hand towards the ceiling. And we just breathe. Always don't forget to breathe. And as I said, you can always use a block. You can go a little bit further down if you can do it. You can also go fully down, how much as possible, how much is available to you. Let's say it in this way. All right, 2 more breaths in this position, and really try it, to lengthen and to really enjoy this stretch, in your side of the body. And now we do a chaturanga again. So meaning that we really go down to the mat fully. We inhale, make a cobra, and then we exhale, we go back. Right. And then now here, we extend our right leg back, we go forward, we stay here, and what we do as the next one is we just again put our legs fully to the side. So we just extend our hands, we put our hands fully to the side, and then we ensure that our ankles are in the same line as our wrists. So we do the same. And then here actually what we do is we go down. So either you can do it in a way that if you have blocks at home, you can always do it nicely with having the blocks in front of you, yeah? So that you can just really lower down in a way, either you do it with straight legs and you just lower it down, really trying to have a straight spine and a straight upper body. Or you really can also go fully down in a way that you can fully go down with your head even to the floor and with your hands to the floor, yeah? But this is really up to your hamstrings. If you are like me, for example, a very strong runner and your hamstrings are not fully prepared yet, you can always bend your knees, yeah? So don't worry about this. Always bending your knees is super fine, yeah? Otherwise, if you're very flexible, you can also just go down like this, yeah, fully to the floor. Otherwise, you're bending your knees. You can always use also some blocks, yeah, just to stay here. And important is, as I said, you shouldn't collapse, yeah, like this. Should really stay straight here. So this is important, staying here straight and really also pressing through the whole four corners of your feet and putting your hands on the blocks, for example. You can also put your hands actually to your hips, so this is also perfectly fine. You can either have it straight or you have it bent as me, yeah, so that's fully fine. And here we just inhale. And just enjoying the stretch, actually. Good. Then we come slowly up with the next inhale. We put the blocks on the side and we go down to a chaturanga. We go back to a downward facing dog, and then we put our left leg up and we come to the front. We put as well our right leg to the front, and what we do here is Utkatasana. So we do the chair pose without having a chair, so it's a kind of a pose where you pretend you have a chair but you don't. So we just stay in Utkatasana. So what is important here is actually putting your weight into your heels, and then just staying with your upper body. Yeah, so this is something which is very important, staying up here, and you don't collapse in your shoulders, but you really put them back in, and you really put your weight into your heels. Yeah. We stay like this. And then I have to tell you guys, I'm sure you can get even a little bit more down. Yeah, so really try to put it down. Pretend that there's really a chair behind you, yeah, which is not, I know, but just trying to do it, yeah, just getting a little bit more down. And also putting your toes up, I always say it helps you, to really, having your weight to the heels and protecting your knees, which is very important. Okay, and then also trying to put up always your upper body a little bit more. And don't forget to breathe, guys. That's very important. Two more breaths. Okay, good, well done. What we do next is warrior number 3. So warrior number 3 is something we do actually on the front of the mat. And then you can always use blocks. If you don't have any blocks, you can also use some book, something else. Or you just, maybe you don't even need a block, yeah? So you just stay straight. And then what you do is you just put your weight into one of the sides of your feet. let's say we put it first to the right one, and then you just lower down, meaning that you're really trying to put your weight onto the blocks or onto imaginary blocks as well, yeah? And then you really extend your left leg up. Important here is actually that you put it up in a way that you would really try to keep your hips in the same line, yeah? Or let's say similar line. This is very important. So you don't want to go like this, like, you know, like the other pose. What we're going to do as another step, where we really put our hip up, but we really want to stay here in the same line and just put our feet up, yeah? You can always, if you have problems with your hamstrings, you can always, like me, just, you know, knee down a little bit, so bend your knees. Yeah, so this is not a problem at all. And you can also just, if you feel comfortable, you can always put your blocks away, you know, and just making like this, a prayer position, fully fine, fully up to you. So this is like really like however you feel comfortable. You know, some days we have more balance and some days we have less balance. So that's fully fine, yeah? That's fully okay. So that's really fully up to you. Okay, 2 more breaths here actually. 2 more breaths. And now we're lowering down our left leg. And we now do the same actually on the right side, yeah? Maybe you even feel a difference, yeah? So I think this is always very interesting. If you just close your eyes and then you feel, okay, how does my feet feel now? Does it feel different? Yeah, normally it feels always a little bit different, yeah, when you have stretched it. Okay, now we do the right extension of the leg. So we do the right leg up. And again, you know, having it straight here is the key. So we don't do a half moon, we're just really doing a warrior number 3. Keeping up. Just staying here. Staying straight. You can also, you know, bend your knees a little bit and then just really putting the blocks away as well. Always having a focus point. 2 more breaths. And then lowering it down. Good, well done guys, well done. And now as a next, we're doing our beloved chair pose, yeah? So one more time, pretending that we have a chair, Utkatasana. So we're just really trying to have this chair pose again, yeah? And important, not like this, but really like that, putting the hands up. And then being really up with your upper body, putting your weight towards your heels, and being like this. And then we can lower down a little bit more. And don't forget breathing, that's very important. Three more times, 3 more breaths. Good, perfect. You can go up. And then we are now getting to a plank position to have a little bit more core work. So we're really trying to have here a line, you know, between our buttocks and our upper body. So that is very important. You can really feel if you're strengthening your abdominals or not. Really trying to be in one line. This is very important, yeah? All right. Then we're lowering it down. And then what we're doing is we're just really trying also to work a little bit for our back. So we are inhaling, and then we're just extending all sides. We're extending our hands, we're extending our feet. And then we just also try to put our upper body up. We just stay here. A little bit of a back bend. Okay, we just rest a little bit on the side. 2 breaths. Which direction you ever prefer. And we do it again. So we put our feet up, put our hands, we extend the hand, we extend the legs, really strong legs, strong hands, really power. And then we also put our upper body up. Three more breaths. Lowering down. And then we go back actually in the downward facing dog. Do it like that, downward facing dog. And now we put our right leg up, we're getting to the front, and then we're putting our left leg close to it. Then halfway up, Adho Uttanasana, fully down, Uttanasana, inhale, Utthita Hasta. Yeah? And now what we're going to do is, we're going to do the half moon as I was describing it before. So we can also use here the blocks again, so that's fully fine, meaning that we put the blocks in front of us. And this time we don't do a warrior number 3, where we have, the hips like really neutral, but we're really doing a half moon, so we're really opening us, yeah? So we are opening, and we are also putting our hips up. So this is the difference here. So, we again put our balance on one leg. This time we start with the right again. So we put our weight on the right side, preparing ourselves, and then slowly we rise up the left leg. We put our weight into the right hand as well, and we just extend. Yeah? Just extend as well. You can also just put the blocks away if you want. So this is then fully up to you, however you feel comfortable, whatever you prefer. It also depends on your daily condition, as I said before. However you want to have this. All right. And then we do the same actually with the other side. So we inhale, we put our weight on the left leg, on the left side, on our left hand, and then we just really fully extend the right leg, and then we put all of our weight in the left hand, in the left feet, and then we really extend. All right, 2 more breaths. And now we get down. And we do another chaturanga on the floor, cobra or upward facing dog. And then we just get back to the downward facing dog. And from here actually we just extend on the left leg, and then we get fully in the front. And then actually what we do here is that we get fully back again. We inhale Adho Uttanasana, Uttanasana, Utthita Hasta. Good. And now I want you actually to get into a Sphinx. Yeah. So we do it like this. So we put our hands close to each other, like that. And we really just stay here, strengthening our hands, but we're also strengthening our feet in a way that we really don't put ourselves down, but we really put ourselves up. With the next inhale, we put our feet up and we stay like this, and we're really strengthening our core. So please really activate your core and also activate your hands. And just stay like this. So trying really to ensure that your shoulders are in line actually with your elbows, yeah, and that you can stay like this. And it's also really strengthening your core, strengthening your feet, strengthening your whole body. Two more breaths. As I said, you can really sleep very well after this session, yeah, just to promise you. Now we lower down. You can rest a little bit for the second round actually. 2 more breaths. All right, and we do the same again. So we're really ensuring actually that we're together with your hands. We are really shoulder distance apart from each other, and then here we put it up again. So we're really like extending and putting up again our buttocks towards the ceiling a little bit, and then also really holding this, yeah? So we don't put our knees down. Of course, there's always the option actually to put your knees down, you know, if you have any kind of issues or if it's really getting, you know, hard, then just put your knees down, you know, you don't need to impress anyone, yeah, just for yourself. Two more breaths. All right. And as a next, I want you actually to go fully up, and I want you to go to the front. And here we will make now Vrikasana. So this is our tree positioning, our tree. So you really put the weight in both of your hands, both of your feet, sorry. And then now really you select either the right or the left, but now let's start with the right. You put the weight into your right side, into your right feet, yeah? So what you do actually is really you inhale, and you put your left leg up, and then you really just put your left leg as much as possible on the side, as much as you can keep actually your hips. This is very important, yeah? So you don't want to, you know, put your leg fully on the left, but then you're really moving your hips actually. You really want to stay in a way as long as you're not turning with your body, with your front body. And then there, you just really put your feet towards your other feet. So you're just pressing actually your feet towards your thighs, and then you're staying here. Just staying here, and yeah, just being a tree, let's say. You can also put your hands up and staying in this position. You can also put it to a prayer position, but you can also just put it on the side. With the next inhale, we just put our left leg up, and then we extend it. We extend our left leg, and then we just put it down again. All right, we do the same with the other side. So we just put our right leg up, and then we just, rotate the right leg out as much as we don't turn with our whole hips. We put the feet up, and then we just also raise our hands. So we do this as well, and then, here we can just relax. Yeah, we relax our shoulders, we relax our feet, and we just stay like this. All right, and with the next inhale, we just put our leg up, we straighten our leg, and we just put it down again. Good. So we are nearly done with the active part. I just want to tell you this, yeah? We'll also have a cool down. Just one more thing I want you to do with me together, actually, is the dolphin pose. The dolphin pose is similar, actually, to the things, what we had before. So we were lying like this. We had the hands shoulder distance apart. But now, in this case, what we're doing differently is, we're combining it with a downward facing dog. So we're just, preparing for a downward facing dog, but having our hands in the things positioning. And then we go up, actually, And then it's really up to you how much up you can go, how much straight your feet are, etc. So as I said, if you have problems with your hamstrings, you also just leave them a little bit bent, and otherwise you can fully extend them as well. It's really up to your body and up to your condition for today. And you just stay here and trying to work really with your hands and with your feet. Two more breaths. Right, you lower it down. Just relax a little bit. And now I have to say, well done, for the active part, because it was a lot of core work and a lot of dynamic movements for an evening class. So thank you for this. Also, full week maybe of home office or any other kind of work. And I would like us now to relax. So please sit down on your buttocks. And then, in this positioning here, I always say it's nice if you have some belt with you, would be an option, or any other kind of option, like similar to a belt. And then, you can really just, stretching yourself with being in this position and using a belt and putting yourself forward. You can also do it, of course, without belt, so that's not an issue. It really depends how flexible you are, how far you can go. Sometimes you can even go fully up, but it's really depending on your hamstrings and how your body is built, actually. And you can just either rest here, you can rest fully forward, you can also grab your feet fully. So that's really up to you, yeah, how you want to do it. I have to say, if you're a big runner or if you're doing a lot of sports as well, it's always good to do this kind of positioning, yeah, to really stay flexible, and also trying, not to have a rounded back, but really having a straight back. And just breathing here. And as a next, I would like us to do the butterfly. So you really grab your feet, you put them close to yourself, you're really trying to have a straight upper body, and then we start with smaller movements, so the butterfly just starts to take off actually, and then we really make the butterfly even bigger. Yeah, so really working on our hips, and we are just relaxing. Okay. As the next, you just extend your right leg, and then you put your left leg over the right leg, and then you just grab it. Yeah, you just grab your left leg, and then you really first, you inhale, you extend, you exhale, you twist. You flex the right leg, and you grab your left leg, and then you just look on the left side, and you really turn. Really important is first to turn from your front and then to turn only with your head and with your eyes. You can also close your eyes in this kind of stretching, cooling down sections. Fully fine, yeah, however you prefer. 2 more breaths. And then with the next inhale, you come back to the center. And then we do the same actually with the other side. So we just extend our left leg, and then we cross the right over the left. Then we hug actually our right leg, and then we inhale. We extend, we exhale, we twist. And first really we twist again with our upper body and then only with the head, yeah? So, and then exhale and twisting. Trying to twist over your front line. Two more breaths. And now we lie down on our back. And then here what we do is, you can either just cross your legs and then you put them first on the left and then look at the right, or you can also just leave them close to each other. You don't need to cross them, yeah? But we start with the left side. So either you cross, or you just leave them close to each other, and then you just let them fall on one side, and we start with the left side, yeah? And then you can just extend actually your hands on the left and on the right side. You can just let them lie down on the floor. And just relax. There's nothing else you need to do. Inhale, come back to the center, and then just switch the sides. You can cross again, or you just leave it without cross, and then you just rotate actually to the other side, yeah? You can rotate to the right side. And then you put your hand on the other side, that you have a nice twist in your body. You can close your eyes and just relax. And breathe. And now I would like you to put both feet together, just put them on the floor, and it's time for Shavasana, which I think most of the people love in yoga, yeah? So we have some more minutes for the Shavasana, so please just really, relax. You can also grab a blanket if you want to, but I think we are quite heated, so just lie down, relax, and close your eyes. Breathe. Concentrate on the breathing. Concentrate on your belly. If when you inhale and exhale, and just relax. I want you slowly to deepen your breath. Trying to wake up your body, your toes, to move them a little bit, to move also your hands, to feel your body lying on the floor, and to trying also to open your eyes again if you have closed them, and trying just to realize where you are and getting back actually to the current moment. And then I would like you please to roll either on the left or on the right side, however you feel more comfortable. And then really to come slowly up again. On the side, and important is just to put your head as the last one. Yeah? So don't want you now to get fully out of your relaxed mode. So just, turning, coming to a comfortable seating, however this looks like. And then I have to say, actually, thank you already for this great session. And I really hope you enjoyed it. And I wish you a nice evening. I want to say, for clear thoughts, for honest words, and for an open heart. Namaste. Thank you. Have a nice evening.
Jasmin von das Prema, vielen Dank. Stehst du mit mir auf am besten?
Na klar.
Wir müssen so ein bisschen darauf achten, dass wir weit voneinander entfernt stehen.
Das stimmt
Sicherheitshalber,
ja.
Genau, fantastisch. So, da hast du uns sehr schön runter ins Wochenende geatmet. Vielen Dank dir. Eure Kurse werden auch bald online zu joinen sein über die myClubs App oder aber online auf der myClubs Seite. Vielen Dank erstmal. Und euch sei gesagt, wenn ihr noch mehr Sport machen wollt oder anderen Sport oder vielleicht euren persönlichen Lieblings-Yoga- oder Fitnesstrainer habt, schaut mal auf der App vorbei, schaut mal online vorbei und guckt, ob die Kurse schon online sind. Viele unserer Partner sind schon da mit ihren Online-Live-Kursen, die ihr ganz normal buchen könnt. Ansonsten sehen wir uns hoffentlich gerne morgen wieder, und zwar um 10 Uhr. Samstag und Sonntag jeweils 10 Uhr Workouts. Morgen gibt es Pilates und Stretch mit Julia von der Body Lounge. Und am Sonntag wird das Vitura Studio da sein mit dem Weekend Circle. Das ist ein Zirkeltraining, ordentlich challenging. Da steht, macht fit und glücklich. Ja, da können wir uns schon mal drauf freuen. Also Samstag, Sonntag, 10 Uhr jeweils, wenn es euch Spaß gemacht hat. Und ihr glaubt, dass Bewegung vielleicht gut ist in dieser Situation und wir uns alle so ein bisschen fit machen könnten, während wir zu Hause sitzen müssen, dann sagt gerne euren Freunden, Eltern, Familie, irgendwem, Arbeitskollegen Bescheid, dass wir uns hier immer unter der Woche um 18 Uhr treffen oder aber am Wochenende, Samstag, Sonntag jeweils um 10 Uhr. Ich freue mich auf euch morgen wiederzusehen. Dir vielen Dank, Jasmin.
Vielen Dank.
Und euch bis morgen. Bis dann. Ciao.